dialogue, we gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall underground. Underground dialogue, we gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.
What up, man? It's your big brother k-rino, and y'all are tuned in to an episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast where the name speaks for itself. I'm here with my co-host
Key Stove, man.
Look, man, bro, I'm gonna tell you, man. Yeah. We were just talking off camera, man. I'm so mad right now, bro.
Crazy,
bro. I'm hot, man. Cause I mean, what we getting ready to talk about, man. If it was ever a time where they had the invention of the teleportation machine, bro, I would wish that invention existed. I wish I had one so I could teleport myself from H-Town all the way to the UK. Man, this little running on stage phenomenon or epidemic that's going on with a lot of these cats in society, man, is really starting to piss me off, bro.
Now, did Lil Mama start all this stuff off?
We gonna blame it on them way back in the days, but I ain't gonna lie, it have taken a serious jump in the last few years, really just this year. But what I did was, because when we want to talk about the dude in the UK who disrespected Big Daddy Kane and ran up on his set in England, and because he didn't get a chance to perform his and his group set, so he decided he was gonna go up there and try to just bum rush a legend set like that. But I started thinking about it. I said, man, I found this video on YouTube that talked about that showed a bunch of people running on stage on like big artists.
What's some of them?
Britney Spears, Beyonce.
I remember that one with Beyonce.
Taylor Swift. There was others that I saw, but the difference is that these are artists who are performing in super big arenas, stadiums, and huge venues. So all of this to me speaks to security issues. Now I did see one with Lil Baby. This dude ran on stage on Lil Baby.
What is it?
Boy, that boy security deserved a medal. Man, they took that boy out so sweet, man. I wanted to stand up and clap. I mean, he didn't get one good step in, and security came out of nowhere and just whizzed that boy, and he was in the crowd.
Wow.
I mean, they knocked him out, and that's how it's supposed to be done. So for y'all that don't know, Big Daddy Kane is performing in the UK.
How old is Big Daddy Kane?
Big Daddy Kane got to be a little bit older than me. He got to be 54, 55.
Oh, so he can still go.
Yes, trust me, Kane still got it. Kane still do the dance moves.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah, with Scoob and Scrap and all them from back in the days, man. So Kane is in great shape and still performing at a high level, man. But we know him to be one of the icons in rap. And this dude that I found out later, he was actually supposed to be one of the opening acts. Keyword opening.
Okay, so he probably paid,
Something happened to where he got bumped. I guess time was in was an issue. Master Ace was on the show as well. Shout out to Master Ace, because when I went to the UK, that's who I was opening up for. I was opening up for Master Ace, and man, I played my position, bro. I know the majority of these people are there to see Master Ace. Yeah. I ain't coming out there acting like I'm, like this my crowd. I'm just, nah, man. You gotta know your place. So
the UK really supports hip hop a lot,
man. The UK is beautiful when it comes to supporting hip hop. In a lot of cases, they are still more tuned in to the essence of hip hop and the raw form of it than we all. We kind of got lost in that mainstream commercialized stuff that's going on now. But they are still grimy with it and true to it. So the actions of these cats, or this cat, is not a reflection of the UK fans on the whole. Because like I said, I've been there, and they treated me beautifully, man. But the guy apparently got bumped, and he decided that since he got bumped, he was gonna run on the stage with the headliner who everybody is there to see. Yeah. And he just positioned himself, just gonna post up on the stage. And Kane kind of just caught himself and like, well, hold on, man, you know. And apparently the guy must have said, well, we were supposed to perform, and because Kane said, man, that ain't my problem.
I'm about to say, what they got to do with him?
That ain't got nothing to do with him. But to me, and I said this in a video on my other channel, it speaks to privilege and entitlement.
What color is this cat?
Because it's a white dude, you know. But he had some brothers in his group. I've seen a little backstage video, you know, and they got on masks and all that, you know. But the bottom line is, bro, you know, sometimes you gotta take that on the chin, man. When you're not the main dude, you're not the main dude. But my issue really, I want to speak to the security side of it.
And how important is having is it? Like when you go to big venues like that, do the venue provide the security? Do you bring your own security?
It's a combination. See, you got artists that may travel with their own security team, or they may have 1 or 2 bodyguards that they keep close with them. But also, when you perform at a big venue, if you performing at the Toyota Center, you perform at NRG, they have security. As a matter of fact, even shows that we have done locally, like at Warehouse Live, they have security.
I know.
And rightfully so. But a lot of times, venue security, to my experience, is really set up to just, okay, he's at the door, he's positioned over there, and you may have a guy in the vicinity of the stage, but they are not necessarily securing the artist. They're securing the venue.
They're more access security.
They got the backstage, right. You can't go through here, but they are not there for the artist, you know, necessarily. There's some pop off and make, but you gotta have your own security in place. That's all that they focused on. They not even watching your show. They looking and scanning the crowd, like just slobbing at the mouth, waiting for one of these cats to lose itself in a moment and hop on that stage. And Kane didn't have that. Now, speaking from my own experience, hey man, I'm guilty of it as well. Sometimes I show up at a show by myself, or me and one other cat, you know, because when you don't mess over people, when you ain't did nothing, you don't even have in your mind, hey man, I don't do nothing to nobody, so ain't nobody got it in for me. But we don't live in that kind of world.
And then we're in a culture where, you know, it's that viral moment sign. You know, they all looking for that viral moment. They're all looking for that.
Man, you said it, bro. It speaks to different reasons why people do it. And just like you said, you got some people who, hey man, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna get some views. He got his homeboy filming it.
See what I'm saying?
See, back in the days, you saw this a lot in sports. You know, people run out on the field in the middle of the game and get on the football field or run on the baseball field. You would see that back in the days. It used to be a lady. Her name was they called her the Kissing Bandit. And she would show up at multiple, y'all can go pull this lady up, her name is Morgana, the Kissing Bandit, when I was a little boy. And she would show up at major sporting events, football, basketball, whatever, NBA, whatever, and she would run on the field to one of the popular players, and she'd like kiss him on the cheek and stuff like that. So she ended up developing a reputation where they knew she was harmless, and they would label, well, there goes Morgana again, and she would run out there and the players knew, and sexually assault somebody. And it was accepted back in the days, you know. But now, you know, fast forward to the more, you know, modern times, I can go back to the 90s, even into the early 2000s. There was a tennis player named, was it Monica Seles? Dude ran right out on the tennis court out the crowd and stabbed her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he cut her up. You know, she didn't die, she was good, but it just, all of these things speak to security issues. I saw a dude pulled Beyonce's leg.
I seen that one. Yeah.
You know, so
and I seen one that kissed her.
yeah, and these are major stars who should have security in place. Now, what happens is, for the sake of, I guess, the look of the show, they don't want to have people positioned all, and so it takes away from the visual, the aesthetics of the actual performance. But hey, man, look, there's some crazy people out here in this world, man. You know,
that's an understatement.
And they get whatever they deserve when they run on that stage, and it only takes a second for the right cat to come on the stage with the right thing in the right time in the right situation.
Yep.
You know, the dude who ran on stage with Dave Chappelle, he had a knife, but he didn't get to it. You know, he couldn't get to it. But
they got good security right there.
But it took a while. He got to Dave though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. See, the dude never got to Lil Baby. That was beautiful. That was like textbook, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen more like that, you know, just over the you know, my time watching stuff over the years. They just don't come to my head. But Kane was at a point where he would take it in jail.
He ready to go.
He shouldn't have to do that.
He's security now.
Yeah, and that ain't, he shouldn't have had. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like if me or you or anybody else in that situation, we would be ready to defend ourselves.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't have to in that situation. You know, that's just plain and simple. You know, and it reminds me of when you see Mr. Farrakhan speaking, you see FOI, you see security.
Yeah, that's super security.
Yeah, they're gonna have security on side of him, behind him, but
and all the eyes is just doing it.
And they not focused. They looking at you. They looking at that guy that got up and he ain't doing nothing but going to the bathroom, but they locked in on him. You know what I'm saying? They looking at the guy who scratched his head real fast, like, hey, what you doing?
I see it. Yeah,
because your job, you can listen to the lecture later on. You get it on tape, watch it on YouTube. Right now, you need to be focused on anybody who might make a sudden move. We live in a world where people have assassinated or took crack shots at presidents.
Yeah, you know? And those are Navy SEALs.
And the Secret Service and all that. I was a little boy when they shot Ronald Reagan. You know what I'm saying? It's like pop his butt. But at the end of the day, it's like it just speaks to the point of that anybody can get it.
Yeah, they say anybody can get it.
Yeah, anybody can get it. But I was so upset that these dudes felt that comfortable
to a legend,
man, bro, man.
Transform rap itself, man.
It's just a new day, man. I'm so I have so much. These same dudes will claim they love hip hop, and I watch their video. They're like, man, we love Big Daddy Kane, and it's just the fact that hey, man, that ain't got nothing to do with Kane, man.
Entitlement, man.
Yeah, entitlement, man. And like, who are you? Ain't nobody coming to see you.
Don't nobody even know who he is.
Yeah, and they know him now, but they know you for the wrong reasons. All of the comments that I read, people were saying, oh man, this dude is finished. I'm reading comments from people that's in the UK saying, you know, F that dude, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, it reminds me of a spoiled child, man. Yeah. You like a spoiled little punkish little child that didn't get your way, so now you gonna just tear up all the toys.
Throw a tantrum.
Yeah, just throw a tantrum, man, you know, and to do that to Kane, bro, that just rubbed me the wrong way, man. I couldn't even watch the video from a point of view of disappointment or front. I mean, I watched it with anger.
Yeah, I seen your clip not too long ago, and you can tell you was hot.
Man, bro, you know, for the sake of professionalism, I'm trying to speak it in an articulate manner, but bro, I was hot, man, because again, the dude, once he kind of posted up in the back, a guy walked out, and he didn't walk out, and he started reasoning with the dude. Watch the video again. He started coming to the guy like, hey, man, basically, in my mind, when I got, he was, come on, get out the stage, man. Trying to appeal to the dude. And the dude was like, nah, I ain't going nowhere.
See.
Yeah, that ain't how you handle that, man. That ain't how you handle that.
That's when you gotta move a person.
Yeah, man.
And people it's like they get weird of the suing and stuff. Sometimes you gotta move them niggas out the way, man.
Bro, the bottom line is, here it is, you know, everything is on camera.
Yeah.
You know, because if I'm Kane, I don't know what you trying to do to me, so I ain't finna worry about you suing me and all that at this moment. I don't know what you... Man, we live in a day of school shooters, mass shooters. Somebody just ran in Dollar General the other day and started shooting up and killing up black people. You know, white supremacists walked in there, killed up some black people, and then cowardly killed his own self. You know, so you don't know, man. You know, regular trips here and there turn into situations. So I got to look out for me if nobody else is going to look out for me.
Because evidently wasn't nobody really looking for him. So sometimes you got to be your own security, which is messed up for somebody that with that kind of legendary status, man. The respect level should already been there.
And right.
The security respect level should be there. Man, we going to make sure nothing touches the OG, man.
Especially in another country. Because that would be my thing. I would feel responsible, man. You know, I'm gonna feel responsible for my cousin that come visit me from Louisiana, because he don't know nobody out here. He's in my care. So if Kane comes to the UK or anywhere else, they got to be like, hey man, you make sure you this, make sure you that. And I'm not gonna lie. As artists, because I'm guilty of it. We have tendency to be like, I'm good, man. You know, these my people, man. I'm good. I'm straight. And for the most part, you are, because the most 99.9 is love. Yeah. It's just that 0.1 that you got to always have in the back of your mind, no matter how much love that you're showing, because you don't want to get to the point where you start to alienate the people who got love for you because you worried about some unknown person, possible rando that might do something. You know, so it's a balance. But I will say this, and I know you can't always, I know from experience, you can't always travel overseas with all your people. You can't bring your entourage overseas unless you just on that level. You on that big time. Maybe if you Jay-Z or Snoop or somebody, you can probably bring 30, 40, 50 people with you. But I want to say this to all these rappers and all these cats that hang with these rappers and these entourages, bro, whether y'all know it or not, y'all are part of the security team.
Oh, yeah.
Plain and simple. Yes. You're not there just to try to stand up there and bob your head and look in the crowd and see which one of these females you're going to try to see if you can roach up on tonight. You're not there just to benefit from the fame and the money and the materialism and the lifestyle. You're not there for that, bro. Your job, since you are receiving the benefit of being in that environment, your job is to watch that dude back, because he working up there. But somebody got to be looking at the same time while you bobbing your head. Entourage, you are security, bro. Plain and simple, man. Because you don't want nothing to happen to one of your boys on your watch. And then at the very least, you know, you might even like to do. You just probably using him for the meal ticket. But it's okay, at the very least, protect your meal ticket. Exactly. You know. So that really bothered me, bro. That bothered me a lot, because also now this guy's gonna get all this fame because he made a show be about him that wasn't about him. Yeah. You know. Which is weak, man. And we gotta do better, man. Yeah. Even as fans, UK, we gotta do better, because it can be collective. It's sort of like that one person that be at a concert, right? And you'll see them chucking stuff at the artist. Yeah. And the artist be like, man, point whoever they just did that out. Right. And the artist got to have the responsibility to be like, man, this one here is gonna ruin the show. Yeah. This one here is ruining everything right here. Oh man, and I've seen where the crowd done stomped the dude out. That's what I'm talking about. Being in the crowd and do something crazy, and the people around us, because you messing the show up for me. I paid to see Big Daddy Kane. Now I gotta watch you get up here and try to grandstand and do something out of pocket like that. I ain't paying my money for this. I ain't paying my money for you. And before I knew he was an artist and the story behind it, that's what I was saying. I was saying, well, how did he have access to even come from like the backstage area? That makes sense now, you know, because I've seen cats crawl up on the stage from out the crowd before. And when I see that, I'm like, okay, well, I know where he came from. This dude, he came from the back. So apparently he was allowed back there because he was supposed to perform, but he just decided he was just going just to strong on that man. And let's just say, for example, he would have, if Kane wouldn't have tripped. Let's say if Kane would look back and go, what do you get out of that?
Nothing.
See, if Kane would have just somehow looked at the dude and he was right there and came with him like, ain't no big deal. What he still would have looked stupid.
Now you would say I rocked the mic with I rocked the stage for Kane. Everything's like a photo.
Now you know what he would have did, bro? I'm gonna tell you what he would have did. He would have tried to walk up at the edge of the stage, stand next to Kane. He would have tried to do something to bring more attention to the situation, to be disruptive. I believe that's what he would have tried to do. So man, I mean,
he throwing a pity party because he couldn't perform.
Man, this rap, bro. And like I said, man, I've been on flyers, promoted, advertised that I was one of the performers of however many, and didn't make it on. Yeah. You know, for different reasons, for time, for just somebody will say, you know, hey man, the headliner, he ready to go on now. Yeah. And it's like, so they will give you an option. Man, I've been in every situation you could think of in the rap business. They will give you an option to say, well man, the headliner ready to go on now. So you can either just not get on, or when he gets through, you can go on after him. Yeah. So now you're looking at it like, well, everybody gonna leave. Yeah. If he performs, they came to see him. So I gotta say, well, I'm gonna charge it to the game. Yeah. You know, and they gotta charge the game. Dude, you ain't paid them kind of dues, man.
Well, some promoters, they really don't know what they're doing. They overbook the show. And when everybody finally gets their time, it's like the club is come.
Man, right. Yeah. It ain't a scenario you can name that I have not been in like that, bro. I done had the people coming to me say, okay, you next. All right, cool. Then after that show, hey man, we gonna let him go, then you. Then come on, all right, cool. Yeah. Hey man, I promise you, man, after this guy goes on, see, we thought he wouldn't show him, he just got, and you be like, all right, cool. And then after a while, you got to make a decision to go, now you know what?
It's get 3 a.m. already.
I'm done, man. Because if you feel disrespected, then you got to make the conscious decision to just say, well, all right, man, I'm gonna pull myself out. Or you make the decision to go off on the promoter. Yeah. Go check the promoter. Yeah. Don't run up on Big Daddy Kane's set. Go check the promoter, man. Well, you know, I guess he felt the comfort of home too. He felt like, man, we in my territory, because boy, he could not have did that nowhere else.
Try to do that in New York.
Man, he couldn't did that in Houston. He could have did that in Mississippi. He could have did that in Portland, Oregon, nowhere, because that's just something that we don't play that out here, man. I'm telling you, man, it would have went bad for him. It would have been bad. And plus, Kane would have had more people with him.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because I tell you, he doing his own work. And let's shout out to Big Daddy Kane for willing to get out there and do his own work.
Yeah, well, you know, because like I said, self-preservation is the first law, bro. It's like sometimes, because he gave the other guy opportunity to come out, and the dude came out like this. Come on, man. Big Daddy's up there, man. That's like, so if I see that, I'm gonna get scared. I'm like, man, I ain't got nobody. I'm out here naked head now. So now I got to take my jacket off. Like, I don't even know how many dudes I'm gonna have to fight. Yeah. But you know, and that's when the dude finally decided, well, let me go and slide on out the way now. Yeah, because I mean, you know, it's just entitlement and disrespect on so many levels, bro. But you know, get your security right, y'all. Yeah. And all y'all entourage people that like to just ride around, make sure that you have your antenna up from a level of focus to make sure that your boy's all right. You know, don't let your guard down because you trying to pop bottles and lay up in the VIP with women. Hey, man, that's how people get got, man.
And then also for the person that's on the other side who's trying to make that viral moment, be very careful. Because you don't know what these people are willing to do, because you putting yourself in a position where you're seeming like the aggressor. Yeah. And if one person defends itself, however made that may be, playing with fire.
Man, you can go viral for all the wrong reasons.
All the wrong reasons.
I've seen people that like to do those prank videos and beat up and kill.
You seen the guy killed?
Yeah. So that's my thing. It's like, how much do it mean to you?
Yeah.
What's it worth to you? Do it mean that much? Because you so addicted to views and you trying to blow up so bad, but you gonna blow up.
And the funny thing is, the person that was doing all the viral videos, they ended up dying behind while doing one of those viral videos. The story only lasted about a week or two.
Right, you done.
And then you're done.
And you don't even live to see your viralness.
No. And you don't get paid for nothing.
You ain't even get the benefit from it, fool. It's like, man, you know, it's like, man, get it honest, man. Get it honest. And then have the sense of, see, this is how you know that you're dealing with people who ain't never been raised in no type of, no hood type of mentality environment. Because no matter how mad I am that I'm not going on, I got the common sense to know that it ain't the artist's fault.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just gonna do something that, nah, that ain't the kind of statement you make, bro. You know, and like I said, they really lucky that they was where they were. That's the only reason they did it, because they was where they was. You know, that's the only reason. So, you know, but we'll move on from that, man. I just want to let y'all know that that ran me hot, because Big Daddy Kane was one of my favorites of all time. You know, one of the cats that I looked up to growing up, and he influenced me, man.
Especially style-wise.
Yeah, man. And just everything, just the whole persona. You know, the only thing I didn't take from Big Daddy Kane is the dancing and the dressing. I'm not a fly guy like that. Yeah, but that's what made Kane dope, because Big Daddy Kane would put on a suit and tear your neck off lyrically.
And put on some other stuff too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Magazine.
Yeah, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with all that. But yeah, Kane was a sex symbol. He played that sex symbol card, but that ain't my thing.
But Kane one of the ones that he one of the winders. Every time if you listen to a Big Daddy Kane verse, you rewinding and play a little slow, you be like, wow, I didn't even know he was saying that.
Yeah, man. I would, you know. It's the Underground Dialogue podcast. I'm gonna go and say, I wish they'd have stomped that dude into a liquid, a liquid substance. That's how bad I wish something would happen. Because people gotta know. Like I say,
make an example out of it.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane is the latest, but we just laid out so many different examples of people running on. Man, people are too comfortable, man, doing that, bro. That's dangerous, man. That's dangerous. You gotta, you know, it's a fine line, man. We'll take the second part of this conversation in a different direction, man. Because the clip that you told me about with the sister Brittany Renner.
That's her name, Renner.
Yeah, Brittany Renner, and she's an Instagram model. She was married to a brother that played for the Hornets. I don't know if they were married.
I don't think they were.
They weren't married.
Yeah,
they was messing around. PJ Washington. I think they had a child together, and you know, the rumor was out back in the day that she finessed him, and all that, and clearly he moved on.
And just signed him a $48 million deal.
Yeah.
So whatever that finesse back in the day,
nah, it's lightweight.
Yeah, it's super lightweight.
She caught him on the ground floor.
Yeah.
But he's in the penthouse now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She's sort of still stuck in that.
And then you know the crazy part about it, that $48 million that he got 3 years, $48 million. That's really a small contract by normal NBA standards these days. With the economics of the NBA, $48 million is nice, especially, you know, looking at us.
Exactly.
But it's guys in the NBA that make $48 million a year.
I know. Yeah.
LeBron and Russell Westbrook and they make 40 or 50 a year. Jaylen Brown just signed a contract that's paying him $60 million a year. So his whole PJ Washington's total contract is $12 million shorter than Jaylen Brown's annual salary. So that's just the economics of the NBA. But to us regular folks,
that's crazy.
Yeah, $48 million, that comes out to be about 16 a year. Oh yeah, we good. You know, we straight.
We above straight.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people went in on the sister because she was dead wrong in what she was doing. You know, she pouring water on.
I think she was probably high or something. What do you think that's regular?
Yeah, well, they were saying drunk or high, but man, you know, me and you both know people that get drunk and high, and people that have been drunk and high, and some can control their behavior and some can't. But I got a lot of partners that have been on some. They know what lines not to cross.
Yeah.
So rather than me, you know, I can't shape your opinion, but rather than me go to the place that a lot of other people may be going in terms of talking about how crazy she is. I'm trying to look at the root cause, what she got going on. You know?
And I think it's mental issues plus some inner
past trauma.
But they don't want to address it.
It's something going on with her, man, because, you know, her anger, she got triggered when the guy mentioned the dude's contract.
Exactly.
You know, because it kind of came out like she felt like, man, I missed out on that. I should have hung around a little bit while longer. I should have been a little more patient. Yeah. You know, and then that's what set the ball in motion on how she started acting. You know, she poured water on Charleston White, splashed the water on the other guy.
Threw a water bottle at the champ.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Shannon Briggs.
Shannon Briggs, yeah.
And see, nobody in the interview circle was being disrespectful. Nobody was provoking her. Everybody was being, and that was part of the conversation that other people was having.
That's what you about to say. Should have checked her.
Well, they should have checked her. Yeah. So, and you know how it is when even like with a bully or just man to man or just even with a child.
Yeah.
If you don't check the behavior, it's viewed as weakness. So it fuels the behavior. Now I'm really for the act of fool because it ain't nobody in here that's gonna even try to set me straight. And but you know, but Shannon Briggs was like, I know it was
I heard a couple of bitches came out.
Yeah, Shannon Briggs, but that sister needs some help, man. You know, she needs some help. I think that a lot of times we look at the external view. And we look at that and take that as right there. That's where we start. When really, it's like having I could probably sell a house. I could sell a raggedy house if I paint it and put a new roof on it. And you don't know until you buy it that the foundation is
all wobbly in it.
You know, I can paint a car and put some rims on it, and you buy it, and then you don't know that when you raise the hood up, the engine is jacked up.
That's correct.
And then that's the same thing with people, not just women, but males as well. So her being as beautiful as she is and having that external that would draw men to her, is still something that didn't happen a long time ago. That got her messed up, man.
I look at it like how the story we just did. Before this one, the Big Daddy Kane story. Well, with the security.
Yeah, right.
You can't have this lady. You got a whole thing around here. She throwing bottles in the audience.
That's a good point.
She throwing bottles on the host. She throwing bottles on the guests.
Yeah.
She's jumping up. She's going through all kind of emotions. That should trigger security. Need to. All right, now I need to start stepping up a little bit because she's already knocking things down. She can't she ain't just start throwing bottles. She like she escalated to it, and it was little by little.
It's like a child. Yeah. I'm gonna see what I can get. I'm gonna thump this over. Yeah. Oh, ain't nobody say nothing. Okay, now I'm gonna kick this and y'all still ain't hitting me yet. But you know what? That's a good point because even at the very least, see, security is really supposed to just be a deterrent. It's not set up to just instantly. It's set up to where, okay, I done walked in the door. If I might have been thinking about doing something, man, they got an armed guard over there. They got 2 police officers.
They ready.
That'll deter me from doing it. But even I would like to see that where even if it's a sister, you have female security. Yeah. Because what happens is if a man handles her,
that's another
that
question.
creates another.
Yeah, because especially in this day where we had in society, if they were to get up and check her and forcefully move her out the thing, what would be the headline then?
Yeah. I think that I've seen a lot of situations where there are several. I ain't gonna say several. There's a percentage of women who would understand the aspects of security removing her in a proper way. Yeah. I wouldn't condone security walking off and just bang, just punching and knocking her out like if Shannon Briggs was security, just knocked her out. I wouldn't condone picking up and throwing out like Fresh Prince Field through Jazzy Jeff back in the day. But there still has to be a level, just levels of security measures taken, like from when it's first starting to develop. Just show yourself. Yeah. And hey, sister, chill out. You still want to sister, chill out now. We don't want to have to remove you, sister. And then if it gets to that point, then she has to be removed. But I like I say, if it's a thin line, man, because I'm one of them people. You know how I am, man. I don't like to see police officers snatching up women and all that. You know, but it's a tough, man. That's a hard conversation to have, man, because that type of entitlement,
it's different. Yeah.
It's different because sometimes, again, people would do things that because they know, well, you can't hit me.
Exactly. And I on camera.
You know, like children in schools these days. You know, we got pops when we was in school. It's like now a child can just act a fool in school like, you can't hit me. You know, it's and the teachers just handcuffed to like, oh man, I can't do nothing. And if you hit him, you're gonna be handcuffed for real. But I just think that it's certain things that people have been through, a lot of these women and men have been through that fame can't fix.
Yeah.
No matter how much money you get, no matter how many Instagram followers, no matter how much attention you get, it's certain things that you are still who the world made you. Mm-hmm. Something happened to you at 5 years old, 8 years, 10 years old, and that's that's tough because I got disturbed when I was looking at her, man. Like, man, this lady needs some help, man.
I seen a demon.
Yeah, right. A spirit. Yeah. And she not the only one, you know. And I don't want to just put it all on the female, you know, because there's a lot of these old soft, weak dudes that's worse than that, man, you know, or act like that, you know. They act just like that, which is really, to me, that doubles it when I see a dude acting like that. But, you know, she got to be careful, man. And either you don't have people around you that can put you in the right mind frame, or your status have put you in the mind frame where can't nobody tell you nothing. Yeah. You know, I can't. Or you got yes men and women around you, man.
Well, see, the thing with her is it's like a long road of, you like, say if you do something that you normally would do, and then the world sees it, and they give you like, you are this gold digging, blah 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 blah. Yeah. And that cuts, and plus you got a son as well. So now you saying, okay, let me not do that. So then you go on the whole tour saying how you're not this, how you're not that, how you're not this, how you're not that. But then on the flip side, almost every action that you display is constantly showing that you is this, and that, and this. And so it's an inner conflict that she's going to have to grow up in herself with. Yeah. Because that's what you're trying to prove, you're constantly proving.
Yeah, right. Everything you're saying, you're not.
You're proving.
Your mouth saying one thing, your action saying another thing. You know, that comes from, man, you know, to me, that's what God come in too, man. Yeah. You know, people got to be able to be willing to accept the flaws that they have. You know, got to be, because I don't know how that visual would look to her if somebody sat her down and just showed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, just watch this. You know, you in a sober mind, look at that and tell me if that makes sense for you to do, or if it wasn't her and she saw somebody else do that, would she go, man, that's crazy, that's messed up, or was she cheering on? Whatever they get, they shouldn't have said. They provoked her asking about her baby daddy and all, you know. So
you seen her start hollering?
That's why I say that mental illness aspect of it, because to me it's almost like reverting back to a child. Yeah. Because when a child is not able to properly communicate, then they do physical stuff, you know what I'm saying? You ever been playing with the kid and you just play talking to him, and then when you say that, hey, say that fella, hey, that ain't how we do. And that's what that came off as, because just splash that water on that man, you know, and then just pour the water on Charleston White, you know. It's like, dude, what?
She splashed it on the dude. He had nothing to say. He wasn't saying nothing about it, and she did it to him first.
But guess what? That's what happens too. Because, man, look, I done seen situations where it's somebody that, now I play basketball, I've seen this a lot over the years, where you got somebody who is trying to bully a situation, and the person who's trying to check the bully, the bully won't even address them.
Oh yeah.
They'll turn around and still be talking to somebody that's weaker. And it's like, well, no, I'm talking to you over here.
Yeah.
Why you still, because they don't want it with that person, so they'll still try to do something to who they believe is the weaker person. So that's what I think that she was dealing with at that moment. She was just like, yeah, you know, these cats ain't gonna say that. Now I'm just gonna be real and honest with you.
Yeah.
I was shocked when she poured the water on Charleston. You know,
gonna
'cause in my mind, I was like, you know what, she really do need some, because I just know, you know, his mindset. But love him or hate him, you know, he's smart enough to not physically do anything. He took it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's macing everybody else.
Yeah, right. Well, and some would argue that he would have been within his rights if he'd have maced her, because that was assault.
Yeah,
you know, because if he'd have poured that water on her, and now we got a whole nother conversation.
That's worthy for suing.
Yeah, we got another conversation. But I just really, I wanted to get some help, man. I'm not gonna be one of the people that beat up on her and make her into this. You know, like you said, she got a spirit in her now.
Oh yeah.
She possessed by something. There's something in there. You know, but how did it get in now? You know, how far but does it go back? And you know, she got to want to get it out. You know, she can't feel that, because clearly it's a level of unhappiness in her life. No matter how many. I went to her Instagram and realized almost 5 million followers, bro.
Yeah. Oh really?
5 million. So like 4.7. So none of that is still bringing you happiness. It's something missing. It's something missing. You know. So
did you read any of the comments on her page?
No.
Oh yeah, I bet you they crazy.
Yeah.
Because most are probably men.
Yeah.
Or some, you know.
Now, I see, man. I see a lot of women that don't they don't condone that type of behavior, man. They see, that's why I don't like when a lot of people try to put males or females all in the same category as far as how we think. It's like, you can't be that dumb to try to make everybody into an assembly line robot to where we all thinking that the same way. So I've seen other controversies where women are standing on it like, nah, we don't think like that. Yeah. No, we don't condone that.
Yeah, I seen something like that. Yeah. It was a woman, she had a whole message about Sexy Red. She's like, well, we do not do none of this here. This is ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's because there are people out here who got sense and understand that this is not normal behavior. So the disconnect that we have as particularly black men and black women, you know, it ain't even really so much of a gap. It's like the Grand Canyon now. You know, because instead of going to the root of our problems as individual genders and as a collective unit, we just point fingers and blame. But y'all don't do this, y'all don't do this, but y'all don't do this, y'all don't do that. And nobody is addressing the root problem. There's a brother, Brother Dimitri Muhammad. He was in town speaking at the mosque this past Sunday, and he was touching on that male-female, the black dynamic in relationships, and he just simplified it. You know, our problems with each other as men and women, it go back to slavery.
Yeah.
The division that was created between us, that goes back to slavery. The hatred that was set in motion between us, that goes all the way back to slavery to make us feel these types of ways and on all different levels. You know, so that's where we at with that, man. But those things don't get discussed, bro. And the sooner we can start trying to get to the root of these problems, then women like Brittany Renner, man, you know, can get some help, man. Because you'll be surprised, man. You look up and God forbid, but you'll look up in a beautiful woman like that on the outside. You look up and she done killed herself or something.
Exactly.
And took herself out, man. You know, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. But that's why I also emphasize to these women too, because you got to keep it real at the same time, man. You know, stop buying into this notion that I got to get money. You ain't got no money. I don't want to be with you. Chase the money, chase the ballers, chase the high rollers. Nah, man. You know, chase somebody that love you and that you can love them back. You know, don't get caught up in this rap world. Cause a lot of these rappers, the male rappers, is rapping about stuff that they don't do and gassing up young dudes to go out and do the stuff that they scared would never do. And the females is rapping about this lifestyle, about being so independent and all this, and have them married.
Married, yeah, exactly.
Family women.
And submissive.
And submissive is all I know.
So,
you know,
selling you a dream, man. Cause it's crazy. Cause that inner, I think this is her inner self just killing her, man.
Yeah. She depressed. She hurting.
And learn how to be able to take disappointment without blowing up.
Yeah.
Everything ain't gonna always go your way.
Yeah.
Learn how to take that and just go with it as an adult.
And if you had a diabolical plan in motion,
Ooh.
you know, and if it don't work, hey, you take that because you was plotting and planning the wrong way anyway.
That's karma.
You know, so if they talk about PJ Washington, his contract and all that, because, hey man, if indeed your plan was to try to finesse him then, and he cut you off then, hey man, when the man signed on the dotted line for that big one, you gotta eat that, man. You gotta eat that, man. Plain and simple, you know.
As you keep doing your podcast and try to get through $2,000 each time you do a
Hey man,
it'll add up.
But it is, man. It is. See, we can't do the things we do and then blame the world, you know, for whatever problems that we got. You know, the world don't revolve around none of us. And it's gonna turn without it. Shout out to my homie Big D. He made a song years ago. He say the world's gonna turn without you. Ooh. You know, and no truer statement has ever been made. So, you know, I pray for the sister, man. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. They want to hear us cuss out and talk about how trifling and ratchet she is and all that. What she did was trifling and ratchet, but that don't make it who she is at her core, man. You know, plain and simple.
What they say, blame the flesh. Well, the spirit, not the body.
Yeah. And blame the circumstance, man. Like I said, we done met, bro. It took me a long time to realize how traumatized a lot of black women are. A lot of things that have been done to women, man, from molestation at an early age, from physical and verbal abuse, from just simple things of not having a male figure around them to even give them the understanding of how to deal with and handle a man. A mother being caught in a cycle where the mother may have never had the knowledge and the game to do it, and she's passing on the same qualities, you know.
Passing on ideas that's telling you not to be afraid of men. They trying to take stuff from you, but then a man, when he becomes a man, he needs stuff from you. You don't even know how to give because you've been given the wrong instructions growing up.
And having a man in your life, having a daddy in your life that just wasn't worth nothing. He was trash. The daddy was garbage, you know. And he instilled the wrong qualities in his own daughter. You know, there's so many reasons, man. Or getting with a guy early that turned you out or had you doing got you on dope, and there's so many angles to this that lead to what we see, to where this gorgeous woman walks in a room. And then you got a lot of these weak-minded dudes who they will forego all of their manhood and all of their principles just because of the external.
Exactly.
And now you end up just being a lifetime simp, or you get so far in and you realize that the car got a bad engine and you too far in, or you done had 2 or 3 children with a man, and now your life is living hell, man. I mean, it's too much, bro.
And a lot of times people walk around with that trauma, not even noticing that it's trauma. They just think I'm strong from this, or this is normal.
Right.
And a regular person see you and say, man, stop, talk.
Right.
You know, get that off of you.
Yeah, we got to teach our boys and our girls better. And one of the biggest things that we have to start teaching them is how we should treat each other.
Yeah,
that's the key. It's how that's not how you know. Hey man, that ain't how you talk to them. Hey man, don't hit no. You know, you tell the boys there, hey, don't hit that girl like that. You hit your little buddy. Don't hit girls like don't body slam her, bro. Y'all, you know. But
and conflict resolution.
Yeah, conflict resolution, man, and just that early training of how to deal with each other, man, and anything that we might have going on. Hopefully, you know, we won't be too ashamed to bring it up to where we can get some help, man. Cause I don't give up on nobody, man. You know, she got a chance to be somebody and get herself together, but she got to hurry up. Yeah, she got to hurry up. But we ain't gonna hold y'all, man, tonight, man. If anything you got that we want to throw in before we shut it down?
Ah man, I ain't got too much of nothing, man. But what we got going on this weekend?
Man, this weekend ain't nothing popping this weekend, man. We got a few events that's coming up, but projects getting ready to come out. You know, your big brother finna drop. Look like 2 or 3 albums. I lost count. You know, but we
one time.
Now,
just in the year.
They'll be within this year.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be within this year. So.
Let's also talk about the business spotlight things that we're gonna be offering coming soon. You know, because we want to. It's underground dialogue, and underground dialogue just ain't about just what's going on in the news. It's about what's going on in the community as well, and what we can do to build our community, build our kingdom. And if we got a platform that we can help and extend somebody that has their own business, got another product, got a service or something, a software, man, come on down to the Underground Dialogue. We'd love to help you promote your business and give some more to that community.
Yeah, man. See, that's the key. See, the underground, people hear the word underground and they think it's some gangster or some underworld or negative. Underground just means it haven't reached the attention of the masses on that mass level like that.
Yeah.
But like you said, you know, that's a beautiful thing. You know, you just named the segment. It's gonna be the local business spotlight.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna call it the LBS if y'all want to call it. You know, without no BS.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, the local business spotlight. You know, we're gonna give people a chance. So if anybody's interested, you know, we'll set up a separate link, a separate video to promote it or whatever. And, you know, we want to give everybody a chance, man. Young entrepreneurs, people. So many people have a lot to offer.
Exactly.
We just don't know about each other.
Exactly. And this is how we open the door.
Yeah. So it is. But if somebody's selling popsicle sticks,
and
if somebody collects them, we don't know. Y'all don't know what it is, man.
Somebody got to sell the popsicle sticks.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, man. So that's what it is, man. We always appreciate y'all for tuning in. And be sure to subscribe and share and let your friends know about this game that we be giving y'all. You know, we don't do no messy media. You know, you want to hear people cussing and see people twerking and fighting and all that. Y'all go watch somebody else. But here, if you want some fruits and vegetables. Yeah, this is the place to be, man.
That's some salmon.
Without a doubt, which probably what I'm doing when I leave here, man. Well, that's what it is, man. It's your big brother, k-rino.
And your bro, Keystone.
And we'll catch y'all later, man. What's up, man? It's your big brother, k-rino. And check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business. You can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue podcast. All you got to do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. And man, look, we got some merch that's just gonna blow y'all mind. It's gonna blow y'all. When y'all see the merch, y'all gonna be wanting to just dive through the screen.
We got some coming, baby, man. We building, man. We building. So watch that we grow.
Already.
I wonder if they ready. They ain't ready to have this conversation. Or these kind of conversations. But guess what? We gonna have them anyway. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.